feel about the upcoming fight? How do you feel about the atmosphere? It's the first ever tournament in Azerbaijan. Do you have any opportunity to show the Crystal Hall? It's an arena where the tournament will take place. And just general, your expectation about upcoming fight.
My expectations for the fight this weekend are same as always. I expect to win. I don't think anyone up here would ever give you an answer opposite of that. So that's probably not the spiciest answer, but yeah, I expect to win. And what was the other part of your question?
Have you seen the Crystal Hall, the venue where the event is gonna be taking place?
Nope. We just looked at the ocean front. We've been to the mall. We walked like a mile away. We got some food. Food's very good. I like that. A lot of land-based items. I like that. But yeah, we haven't really explored much. I plan on doing some exploring tonight and maybe tomorrow as well. But as of right now, haven't really had the opportunity.
What this fight do for you? It will help you to being closer to the title. How do you think?
This fight doesn't help me at all. This guy's unranked, so I could knock him out with a flying knee. It doesn't matter.
Sual ondan ibarət idi ki, ilk sual, Azərbaycan Bakıya ilk dəfədir gəlmisiniz və ümumiyyətlə necə hiss edirsiniz, döyüşə necə hazırlıqlar gedir və ümumiyyətlə Crystal Hall'u görmüsünüzmü? Cavab verildi ki, ancaq Bakını gəzə bilib, Crystal Hall'a baxa bilməyib, sadəcə Xəzər dənizinə olan Xəzərə baxıb. Növbəti sual ondan ibarət idi ki, bu döyüş sizin üçün nə qədər önəmlidir? Cavab isə önəmi daşımırdı idi. Çünki bu mənə heç bir avantaj verməyəcək. Çünki top döyüşçü ilə döyüşmür.
Hey, how are you doing? Welcome to Azerbaijan. Obviously, you say that it doesn't make sense. You're fighting a red guy who's also he's making his UFC debut. What's like to face the debuter in the UFC when you are ranked top 5 in the heavyweight division?
I mean, he's a heavyweight. All heavyweights are a threat. That's the difference between heavyweight and like all the other weight classes. You don't have to be the most skilled or the most explosive or the most anything. Just swing, and if you hit, sometimes guys go to sleep. I don't have an issue with him being unranked because it doesn't affect my money. Like if I got paid less money to fight an unranked person, I wouldn't agree to it. But the money's the same, so I'll take the money.
You faced many guys in the UFC through your career. All the guys, maybe striker, wrestler, literally everyone in your UFC career. Do you think he's going to offer you something new in the cage?
I mean, I think the only thing he can offer is different. It's like maybe just being hyper-aggressive. But even that, I've dealt with hyper-aggression. So I've dealt with aggression. I've dealt with the wrestlers, the jiu-jitsu guys, the power punchers. I don't think there's anything I haven't already seen. That's the one benefit of being like a veteran. Like there's nothing that's going to be like, whoa, what was that? I've seen it all, I think.
And also the UFC likes to show the respect to the fighters who are taking out ranked guys in his UFC debuts. Do you think you're going to get something after that fight? Obviously, you say that this doesn't make sense for your career, but still, if the UFC going to respect this move?
Oh, no, yeah. I don't expect anything special. I just expect to get paid, and that's all I want. I don't want special privileges. I don't want anything extra. The money I'm owed, and if I get a bonus, that would be nice also.
And the stage about the UFC heavyweight division right now, Jon Jones is holding the title. Also, Tom Aspinall, who's an interim, you fought him, and also the guys in the Cyril Gane, Alexander Volkov, Sergey Pavlovich. You guys are the 5 best fighters, and also the champion, including. What's your thoughts about the top 5 right now in the heavyweight division? And also, the many guys are coming up and comers and new names in the top 10, top 15 in heavyweight.
Like the first thing you start off with, Jon Jones. I view him as retired. Unless he proves otherwise, he's out of sight, out of mind. So I'm not even thinking about Jon. That's what he wants. He wants you guys to ask him, what do you think Jon's going to do? I don't care. I don't care. Rest of the division, I'm looking to get someone top 5 after this. Like, obviously, I need someone ranked. I need to beat a ranked opponent if I want to get a title shot, which is the goal. And I guess it just depends on who's available. I know Derek Lewis, he fights July 18th, something like that. So, like, the timelines match up. If he wins or Sergey, I lost to both of them. So a rematch against either one of them would be dope. Or even Gon. I've been asking for Gon. So I would be happy. There's a lot of options. I'd be happy with just someone ranked above me. So I'm easy to please.
Just a short translation. Sual ondan ibarət idi ki, bu döyüş sənin üçün başqa fərqli nə verə biləcək? O dedi ki, onun döyüşçüsü hiperaktivdir. Bəlkə də bu onun üçün nəsə bir yenilik qatacaq. Daha sonra sual ondan ibarət idi ki, bəs UFC biz aydındır ki, bu döyüş sənə o qədər də maraqlı deyil, yəni special deyil, amma bu sənə üçün yenə də nə hisslər verir. O dedi ki, mən sadəcə yaxşı döyüş etmək istəyirəm və bonus almaq istəyirəm. Ağır divizyonda top döyüşçülərlə bağlı yenə sual soruşdu.
O ağır döyüşçülərlə bağlı divizyonda vəziyyətlə bağlı sual verdi ki, indiki vəziyyəti sən necə qiymətləndirəsən? O bildirdi ki, çempion Jon Jones'dur, amma Jon Jones sanki sadəcə istəyir ki, onun haqqında danışsınlar. Mənim üçün bir neçə opsiyalar var. Mən bilmirəm ki, deyilənə görə Sergey Pavlovich Sirilganla döyüşməlidir, amma bu da hələ dəqiq deyil. Ola bilər ki, bu döyüşün qalibi ilə mən görüşüm, o Sergey Pavlovichlə revanş maraqlı ola bilər, çünki ona uduzmuşam. Hələ bu haqda nəsə deyə bilmərəm.
Hi Curtis, welcome to Baku. My question, we saw the fight against Rizvan was scheduled several times in February, I believe, then March, then now. Do you feel that, is it UFC insisting that you fight only this fighter, or?
There wasn't anyone else available. If you look at the availability of guys, there wasn't anyone available. And who wants to wait? I haven't had a fight since last July. I'd like to make some money this year, so.
Do you believe that Jon Jones is impacting such fights from happening, making it stagnant division?
Yeah, without the movement, where are we going to go? Like, eventually, number 5 is going to move up and get a higher opponent. Number 4 and number 3 and so on. If he doesn't fight, like I said a month ago, I would like one to be stripped. Like, we all get it. He's a GOAT. He's great, but if you're not going to be active, what are you doing holding the belt? What are you doing holding up the division? I get what he's doing. He enjoys this. He enjoys his name being talked about. I'm over it already. It's been, I don't even know how long it's been since he beat Stipe, but it's been long enough. I think it should be stripped.
Do you feel that the fans are fed up from Jon Jones and the hype is no longer there because of this long period?
No, because a lot of the fans are casuals. They don't care. He could be 50 years old and they hear Jon Jones and their eyes pop out of their skulls. But if you're a real fan, you understand every year he waits. He gets a little slower, a little weaker, he loses hype if you're a real fan. But for the casuals, they'll be hyped around him for as long as he's alive. He could be ancient and they'll still be hyped up to watch him fight.
Thank you.
Sual verildi ki, sual verildi ki, ümumiyyətlə niyə 2 dəfə Rizvan Kunievlə qarşı görüş 2 dəfə təxirə salınmışdı, amma yenə UFC səni sanki istəyir ki, məhz onunla döyüşərsən. Niyə? Səbəbi nədir? Bu Curtis də cavab verdi ki, sadəcə UFC məndən istədi və bu döyüş mövcud idi. O həmən mənim üçün məni pul düşündürürdü və mən də razı oldum döyüşməyə. Yenə ağır divizyonla bağlı sual verildi, Jon Jones'la bağlı. O dedi ki, Jon Jones çempiondur, amma əgər sən titulu və kəməri saxlayırsansa, amma nəticədə döyüşmürsənsə, aktivliyin yoxdursa, sənin yəni ki, sən artıq xartda deyilsən, səni izləmək istəmirsən, sən hər il Jon Jones elə bil ki, daha da yaşlaşır, daha da zəifləyir və bu titulun nə önəmi var, əgər sən onu saxlayırsan, amma özün döyüşmək istəmirsən.
Yeah. Hi, Curtis. We noticed mountains on your new haircut. It's because you should, in order to beat a Dagestani, you should think like a Dagestan, or what's the meaning? I just curious. Yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar with Denver. That's where I live. That's where I work out. We have lots of mountains out there. The elevation out there is very high up. So I've always liked the mountains. I could be honest, I'm not really scared of Dagestanis. I wrestle pretty well also, and I believe in my cardio. I think I've proven I have great cardio, so I'm not worried about that at all.
Sual soruşuldu ki, bəs sənin saç kəsimində biz dağları görürük. Bu Dağıstanlı üzr istəyirəm, döyüşçü ilə bağlıdır ki, sən ona mesaj göndərmək istəyirsən. O cavab verdi ki, xeyr, əslində onun doğulduğu, yaşadığı yerlər də dağlı yerlərdir və əslində o çox kardiyo ilə məşğul olur və bu onu əslində göstərir, mesajı budur.
And I just wonder, did you invite to your camp some Russian-style wrestlers or whatever, you know?
I'm not worried about Russian-style wrestling. I've beat Russians, I've beat Brazilians. There's a reason I have the most takedowns in heavyweight history. I'm the wrestler. I'm the one you should be worried about getting takedowns, not the other way around.
Sual verdi ki, məsələn, sən bu döyüşə hazırlaşanda hansısa ola bilər ki, Rusiyalı və Dağıstanlı güləşçiləri dəvət etmişsən ümumiyyətlə öz kampına. Bu bildirdi ki, yox, bu mənə qətiyyən maraqlı deyil. Niyə mən onları dəvət eləməliyəm? Ümumiyyətlə, Rusiyalı və Dağıstanlı güləşçiləri belə.
And the last one, sir, you mentioned that you a record holder in heavyweight division, but if to speak about UFC, Merab is the number one in terms of successful takedowns, you know. Do you believe that is it possible to overcome Merab, you know, in heavyweight?
No, I'm not going to catch Merab. He has the pace of a bantamweight. I'm not going to ever have that pace, and I have to have a heavyweight who wants to get up that many times. I can take you down, but you have to get back up in order for me to take you down. Most heavyweights aren't going to get up that many times, so I would be happy if I could end, I think right now I'm at 62 takedowns. If I could end my career with like 85, I'd be okay with that. That's a lot for heavyweight.
O sual verildi ki, o takedownlarla bağlı, o ağır divizyonda, takedownlarda, yəni ki, rekord Curtis'dədir. Amma ümumiyyətlə UFC-də o rekord Merab Dvalishvili'dədir və ondan soruşuldu, səncə bu rekordu qıra bilərsənmi? O bildirdi ki, yox, bu ümumiyyətlə mümkün deyil. Çünki ağır divizyonda vəziyyət tamamilə başqadır. Məsələn, yüngül divizyonlarda sən takedown keçirdib, sonra yenə ayağa qalxa bilirsən, tez ayağa qalxa bilirsən, yenə takedown keçirirsən. Amma ağır divizyonda bu praktiki olaraq mümkün deyil.
Hi Curtis. The UFC appreciates when top fighters like you fight below fighters, just like that what happened with Sean Strickland too before. Do you think when a potential win outcome of this fight would make you bounce back to the title picture?
No, they're not gonna. I mean, that would be cool, but I highly doubt that based off the history of the division and just the UFC as a whole. I'm ranked number 5. He's unranked, so I don't see a valid reasoning for me to like skip the line, and that's all right for me. I don't mind having to fight someone else and then getting a title shot. Like that's all right with me.
Sual verildi ki, ümumiyyətlə UFC elə sən kimi döyüşçülərə qiymət verir. Hansılar ki, məsələn, Curtis'in 5 5 nömrəli divizionda, amma Rizvan ümumiyyətlə reytingdə deyil və sən onunla döyüşməyə razı oldun və bəlkə də UFC bundan sonra səni o titul yarışmasında daha da irəli çəkəcək və sənə şans verəcək. O dedi ki, yox, mən belə düşünmürəm. Çünki mən 5 nömrəyəm, amma mən rəqibim heç reytingdə deyil və düşünmürəm ki, mən onun üzərində qələbə qazansam belə, məni məsələn növbədə biraz irəli çəkəcəklər. Düşünürəm ki, mən öz növbəni yenə gözləməli olacağam.
Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Azerbaijan, Curtis. I'd like to ask you, there's uncertainty in the division between Aspinall and Jones, and if you win this fight, would you like to fight for the title, if possible?
Yeah, I would love to fight for the title. That would be another 800 grand in my pocket, but it's not going to happen, so I'm not even going to put that in my mind. Having that expectation would just lead to me being disappointed, and I don't want to be disappointed. So I'll be realistic. I'll probably need another fight.
Just here. Just a follow-up question now from Georgia, representing the country of Georgia, Merab Dvalishvili's country. And in one of the interviews back in the days, you mentioned that you are heavyweight Merab. So you might give us the great explanation what's like to be at first to be opponent like such fighter like Merab Dvalishvili, and also to be like Merab in a heavyweight division.
I mean, that's one of the reasons I moved out to Denver, was to take advantage of the high altitude. That's what gives me the pace and the ability to put that pace on guys, and that's usually what breaks them. It usually goes 1 takedown leads to 2, 2 leads to 4, 4 leads to 8, hopefully. And yeah, I used to want to be the heavyweight Merab, but now his pace is elevated. I cannot match his pace, but I can be the reincarnation of Velasquez. He had great cardio. I'd like to be that.
Thank you.
Salam. Həm siz, həm şənbə gecəsindəki rəqibiniz Rizvan Kuniev bildirdilər ki, Jon Jones'la bağlı fikir ki, yəni uzun müddətli döyüşmür, aktiv deyil və kəməri də buraxmır. Yəni sizcə bu UFC'nin imicinə zərbə vurmurmu və bunun üçün hansısa bir tədbir görülməlidirmi və yaxud da konkret tələb qoyulmalıdırmı?
There were a lot of comments regarding Jon Jones holding the belt. The question was, what do you think about him not fighting yet still keeping the belt, and what do you think, how does the UFC have this view of still keeping him in the should the UFC handle this or do something about it?
I think, like I said earlier, him having a belt and him refusing to fight Aspinall, it just halts the division. It makes it impossible for any of us to have any future projections. How can I project when who knows who's got the real belt, who's got the undisputed belt? We need to get to the bottom of that. And like I said, my answer is you strip him. It's not that hard. It's been done a bunch of times before. You strip him, and if that pisses him off, maybe that'll get him to fight. If not, he just retires, which is all right also. Like I said, he's a GOAT. He doesn't have to fight, but if he wants to hold on to that belt, he needs to fight.